Hey guys, Allie here. I wanted to come on tonight and I wanted to talk about things in terms of the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So, the conscious mind, let me start with this. The subconscious mind it doesn't know what's true or not. It's just when we start to think about things and then we start to feel those things get impressed on the subconscious. It doesn't matter if what we're thinking is true, is fact, none of it. All the subconscious does is start to get impressed by when we start to have feelings about things. And that impresses the subconscious when that starts to happen. Now, when the conscious mind acts as a filter. And I'm kind of putting this in a new way because it kind of came to me today, and I'm just going to put it out there because it really kind of calls to me to do that. So the conscious mind is going about every day. It's when we were awake, we are conscious, we are going throughout our day. Everything that pops in our mind that we think, everything that we encounter, everything that happens throughout our day, our conscious mind has the choice to give energy to that thing, put its focus on that thing, therefore letting that thing in, and then deciding how to think about that thought, that idea, that circumstance, that person. The conscious mind will create meaning for whatever it is that we have let in to our attention, to our awareness. And when it creates that meaning, when we think stuff, when we encounter stuff, and then it creates a meaning for it, we create that meaning, regardless of whether anything's true or not, we give that meaning. That's where a big part of our power is. Our energy, our focus, and then we give it meaning, because inherently everything is neutral. There is no meaning. We give it meaning. We start to give that meaning, and then we start to get feelings about that once we start to give it meaning, and then those feelings start to get impressed on the subconscious. And so I always say this, guys, the way it's so important to be present and in our bodies as we're going through our day. Because first of all, we want to be directing the conscious mind. We want to be aware and intentional about where we put our focus during the day. The second part of that is we want to be very intentional about the meaning that we give to everything that we give our energy to, whether that be, like I said, a circumstance, situations that kind of occur externally in our 3D, or whether it's thoughts or ideas that pop up in our head. Now realize not everything will be impressed upon the subconscious, because there's a lot of thoughts we think that just are thoughts and we don't get all wrapped up in them. And I always say, when people talk about manifesting and thoughts, aren't you glad that it takes a little time usually to manifest something? Because think about all the thoughts that you might have had where you worried, where you stressed, where you doubted, and those didn't get manifested. Well, they weren't impressed enough on the subconscious to get manifested, but I think that's a gift. So it's a gift because it allows us to be very intentional about what we manifest and by putting our attention on things and giving meaning to things in a very intentional way so we can create what we want. Now, a lot of us will just be very unconscious throughout our day and allow whatever to happen in the 3D to come up and let our mind just pick out a thought, say it's a worrisome thought, and then just get taken on a ride on that thought, and all these other worrisome thoughts come up, and then we start to get stressed, and then we start to fear, and all that is impressing the subconscious. Now don't freak out if that happens every once in a while. It's okay. It has to happen a good bit before you start really manifesting that in the 3D. And like I said, that is a gift because it allows us to be very intentional about what we manifest. So the conscious mind, when we're out in our day and we're, in our body, it's great to be present because it's great to be feeling what we're feeling in our body. Like, how often are you out and you're going throughout your day? You see things, thoughts pop in your head, and the next thing you know, you're not feeling good, and you're like, what's going on? most likely you saw something, a thought came up, and it doesn't feel good because it's a worry or a doubt or a fear thought, and your mind just started ruminating on that thought. It picked that thought and it started to engage with it. Next thing you know, you're not feeling that good. And it's because you're thinking about something that you don't want to think about. You're giving your attention, your awareness, and your focus to something that you are not aligned with. You do not want to create more of. Your body is telling you by how you feel that no, this isn't what you want to focus on. This is not serving you. So that's why it's so key to be present in the moment and in our bodies and know what we're feeling. So we always know, like, what are we giving our attention to? Where is my energy? What am I thinking about? What thoughts are going through my head? What am I engaging with? You know, we want it to be uplifting. We want it to be moving us toward, in every minute, towards our desired reality. And we want it to feel good, of course. And when things feel good, that's a good place to be. It's your thoughts, what you're thinking, that's taking you closer to the things that you want to experience and manifesting more of what you want to experience when you feel good. But I really just want to focus on the fact that your conscious mind, it's to be used in a very conscious way. Like I said, in a very intentional way, not haphazardly letting things just come in and out and thoughts ruminate. And then you start thinking on this and then you're spiraling this way. It's where all our power is, because we focus and we put our energy onto things, and we want to put our energy and focus onto things that we want. We give those things meaning that we want to give them, meanings that feel good, meanings that are uplifting, meanings that are aligned with our desired reality. And then we start to feel good. Those feelings are, we feel good as we think those thoughts, as we think certain ways, we give certain meanings to situations and circumstances happening in our 3D. And we're feeling good, and we're moving ourselves more and more along the desired reality path to where we want to go. I do these on the fly, so I say a lot, and I apologize for that because I'm thinking as I go. I don't write anything down, and sometimes there's so much I want to get out, and then I'm like, okay, did I skip anything? Did I miss anything? So I apologize, guys, if I do but it's just all because I'm literally going through this as we speak. I don't do anything beforehand, and I don't write any scripts out or anything like that. I think the takeaway, guys, is I'm really trying to imprint everybody, myself included, with how important it is to use your conscious mind in the way that it's meant to be used. And that's in directing its focus and putting its awareness on what we want, and then giving meaning to all the things that can happen and unfold in our daily reality, and giving it the meaning that we want. And then all those things, when we're thinking about things when we're putting our energy on things that feel good, and we're giving it meaning that feels good, that's impressing our subconscious, and we're feeling good in our bodies, and we're creating more of what we want. We're creating more of our desired reality when we stay focused and present and in our body and in our touch with our feelings and what we're allowing to come into our focus, and determining how we feel about it, so that we make sure that we're creating something that feels good and is continuing to unfold in our experience as something that is desired and something that we want versus something that we don't want. So I really hope that's clear. I feel like I had a million things I had to say, but if anybody has any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments. And that's it for tonight. I hope everybody has a wonderful night, and like I say, or a wonderful morning, and I will see everybody tomorrow. Bye, guys.